Hello again, awesome coaches. Today we are going to be talking about forming. You might be like, what the heck is that? Connecting and inviting. Okay? So I want to start out with forming. Like I said, what does forming mean? Forming is very simple. You're forming relationships with people. Okay. This is what this business is all about. It's about making friends. It's about genuinely wanting to get to know people. So you're going to hear us talk a lot about make lists, track who you're talking to, and sometimes you might think that's icky, like, oh, I'm writing all these people's names down on a list because I want them to be what makes me hit Success Club, and I want them to be the next person that's going to order a challenge back for me. Remove that. You're writing their name down on a list because you want to get to know them. You see something in them that reminds you of yourself. You think that this could be an amazing, amazing addition to their life. It's all genuine from the heart. It's not icky, gross, where you're just getting another name, that you're just picking names out of a hat and saying, oh, I guess I'm going to invite this person today. No, you are being thoughtful and heart-centered on who you're sharing this opportunity with because you care about them, because there's something in them that you've seen, there's something that maybe they've shared with you in person, something that they've posted on Facebook, something that you see in them that you believe that what you have to offer them could change their life. Or maybe it's just somebody who is just like you. Maybe they have the same age kids as you. Maybe they do the same job as you. There's some sort of connection there, and you want to get to know them better. Not just because you want them to be on your team. You want to get to know them better because you genuinely want to get to know them better, okay? So know that, yes, you signed up to be a coach, but you signed up to be a friend maker. All right? And get excited about that because how cool is it that the biggest part of our job in sharing this with people is to become friends with them and connect with them and find those commonalities with people. So I don't want you to, now that you're a coach, go and scroll through and find people that you went to high school with 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and be like, oh, these are all the people I'm going to invite today. It doesn't need to be like this shot in the dark, out of nowhere. Oh, okay, I haven't talked to you in 5 years, but do you want to come do my challenge group? Like, no, we don't want to do that. That's so gross. It's like that person's going to answer that message and be like, who? What? I haven't talked to you in forever. What the heck? How do you even know? How do you even know that I need this? Okay? So that's what forming and connecting is all about. It's about if you have somebody in your life who you think that this could be amazing for, or who you truly want to just reconnect with, start there. Hey, not hey girl, because hey girl messages just gross me out. Hey, how you been? It's been 10 years. Like, that's simple, guys. That's part of our job as coaches, is to step out of our comfort zone and reach out and have genuine conversations with people. And wherever it goes from there, it goes from there. Let the conversation take you wherever it's going to go. There are some times where I'll send a message to somebody and be like, oh my God, like if there was a cute picture of their kid, all the things that we think when we scroll Facebook. Coaching is what gets us out of our comfort zone to say those things that we think. So I used to see cute pictures of kids or, people getting job promotions and all these amazing things. And I would never say anything. I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't comment. I wouldn't send them a message. Now I do. Now I want them to know that I'm happy for them, or I want to tell them how cute their kid is, or I want to say I'm happy for whatever is happening in their life. I am willing to step out of my comfort zone to pay that compliment to somebody or to share some sort of positivity with them, okay? So I really want you to think about that. As you're going forward and you start talking to people, just say the things that you want to say and let it be genuine and let the conversation dictate itself. There's going to be times where it's just like, oh, thanks. And then you're like, okay, like that's not really going to go anywhere, so I'm just going to move on and go talk to somebody else. And then you're going to have conversations that might go back and forth for a couple days. But I will tell you this. 99% of the time, the conversation of what do you do for work comes up, or what have you been up to these days? It's right there for you guys. It's right there for you to say, oh my gosh, I'm running this awesome challenge group, or oh my gosh, I just became a coach, or oh my gosh, I'm doing this. Like, I'm loving it so much. Have you ever heard of it? I can't even believe that this is a part of my life now. Let your conversations just naturally happen. They don't have to feel forced. There are a lot of coaches who use scripts. There are a lot of people who use scripts. I personally I'm not a huge fan of scripts because I feel like you can tell it's a script. But I also know that it can be hard for you to find the words. You might feel like you're kind of word vomiting. I know I did it first when I first started. You might feel like you're giving too much information to people. You might not even not know how to like put the words together to send an invite. So it's okay for you to kind of take heed from what somebody else does and says, but always make it your own words. Don't just copy paste what some other coach is sending to somebody and send it out to your people. Your people want to hear your voice. They want to hear your heart. An awesome way to connect and chat with people is through voice memos. I love that in Messenger. In the Messenger app, you can send voice memos. They're a minute long. People can hear your voice. They can hear your excitement. It's just an amazing way to talk to people, and then you have 1 minute to say everything that you want to say, so you get it done. Instagram has direct messaging. You can't do voice memos there, but Instagram does have a limit on how long the message can be. So that helps you to feel like you don't have to barf Beachbody all over people. You can keep it more short and sweet. But just really be thoughtful to who it is that you're inviting. You know, you're going to have those conversations start. You're just going to start being more social, getting to know people, putting yourself out there. And then you're going to get to a point where you're going to know if you want to invite that person or not. And be thoughtful to who you're inviting. Is it somebody that you want to work with? Is it somebody who you feel like their energy is ready for this? That's a huge thing, guys. Don't ever feel like you're having to convince somebody to say yes to this. Don't ever feel like you're having to convince somebody. If you're feeling like that, move on. Because there are people right now who are ready. There are people right now who need you. They're going to connect to you and they need your help. They're there. They're waiting for you, right? And just like I said in a video before about, social media, people want to find you and you want to be found. So just know that. Be thoughtful to who you are inviting, and maybe it's somebody, who you think, oh, they're not going to want to do this. You already have it in your head. No, they're not going to want to hear from me. They're not going to want to do this. Don't ever make that assumption. Don't ever make that assumption. You sending out that invite or sending out that message or saying hello to somebody, that is all that we can do. It's up to them what they do next, but it's not up to us to make that decision for them. It's up to us to share the information with them. It's up to us to tell them, I have a group starting. Do you want to do this? It's up to us to just reach out and say, hey, you are killing your journey. You look amazing. Have you ever thought about being a coach? Because you'd be amazing at it. That's as simple as an invite needs to be, you guys. It doesn't have to be this giant long novel about all the ins and outs of this business. It's simple. Keep it simple always, and always have it be from the heart. There's a reason why we call this training the heart of coaching, because it's not just about shooting in the dark and figuring out which person's gonna stick. It's not. It's about finding your people, finding the people who need the help just like you needed the help, and the people who are stuck in the same places that you were stuck before you started this journey, okay? So when you get to that place of inviting, yes, it can be scary. Yes, there's gonna be days that you don't wanna do it. You can break it down like this. If you work better doing small chunks every single day, then invite, 3 to 5 people a day. If that makes you feel better to do it in smaller chunks, if that makes you feel more, that you have a sense of control over your business and it's something that isn't going to stress you out, something that's going to make you feel energized and excited. Maybe some days it will be more, but knowing that at least you're going to do that every single day at the least amount, so you can get those new conversations going, talking to new people every day. Maybe you like to do things like in a chunk of time. So maybe like on a Sunday afternoon, you want to take an hour and invite 30 people and start 30 new conversations. You can do that too. And then as the week goes on, you can just keep up with those people that you're talking to. Keep those conversations flowing. Keep sharing that information. And all this time, right? All of these conversations are what happens behind the scenes. We're sharing our lives on social media. That's what we do as coaches. It's how we show people what it is that we're doing. It's the platform that we use. But the real work, guys, happens behind the scenes. The real work happens when you're going to go and you're going to see a post that maybe 20 people liked and a couple people commented on. Those are the people that you can go have these conversations with, you guys, because they're taking time to support you by clicking like or saying something nice under your post. Those are the people that you can reach out to. So know that you can go and send a thank you message, and you can go and just say you appreciate their support. One of my favorite things to do, honestly, and this is so authentic, is when somebody is constantly supporting my journey, I literally send them a message and say, I'm so thankful for your support. You seriously, you like every post that I make, and it means so much to me. I would be honored to support you on your journey and be able to support you the way you've supported me. And that's an invite. That's inviting them for the opportunity to work together so that I can give them that love and support that they've given me on my journey. Because that's truly what I want to do as a coach. So don't overthink the invite. Don't overthink the forming. Don't overthink the connecting. It's simple and it's all from the heart. Okay? So you don't have to go invite your second cousin who you never talked to just because you need a name to put on a list. You don't. Invite the people who are making an effort in following your journey. Always invite them first. Hey, if you have good friends who you think would want to do this with you, heck yes, ask them to do it. I started that way. And now the people that I've helped, a lot of them are people who I've met through social media. And it's amazing how that can happen. But know that when you do that work and you make that awesome post on Facebook or you're sharing your stories on Instagram, don't just expect the people to come to you. Know that you do have to do that behind the scenes work as well. But it's not like you have to, it's that you get to. And a big part of what we do and the time that we use as coaches, let that be with those conversations. That's where majority of your time should be spent in your working hours as a coach, is in talking to people and connecting to people. Simple ways to do it are, just like I said, whoever is supporting you, liking, commenting your posts, that's easy. Those are the people that you want to talk to because they have an interest or support in what you're doing. Happy birthday messages. That's such an easy way to do it. Facebook has a beautiful way of sharing everybody's birthday every day. Send them a birthday message and ask them how they benefit somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time. There are so many different ways. You're going to see people pop up. Maybe somebody just had a baby. Maybe somebody's getting married. Those are easy ways to reach out. Normally, anyone in either one of those situations needs to find more health in their life. They have that motivation to get healthier in their life. Send them a message and say, hey, I have this challenge group starting. I know that you're, just had a baby and maybe you're looking to get healthy again, or I know you're getting married next year and you are going to want to look amazing in your dress. Any chance you want to do this with us? We're having a blast. Just keep it simple. I cannot say that enough. Okay? I really hope this video helps to show you guys that that's not the scary part. It's not. Because guess what? The worst they can say is no. And I bet if you're sending them these messages, heartfelt, right? And they're not spammy and they're not scripted, that people are not going to not say no thanks. Thanks for thinking of me. They're not going to be mad at you. They're not going to be mad at you for offering you an opportunity to make your life better. They're not going to be mad at you about it. The worst they can say is no. But know that at the end of the day, you've done your job. You offered it to them. You offered them this opportunity, and what they do with it is up to them. It's not our job to convince people. It's our job to inspire people to take action in their own lives, okay? We're not dragging people here. Please, please know that. We've all of us coaches who are running this training have learned that lesson. We want to help you to not do those things that we've done. You're never dragging somebody to do this, okay? So that is what forming and connecting and inviting and they're all about. And if you want to know more about these things, there's so many resources, guys, in your Coach Online office, in the National Wake Up Calls, YouTube. You literally can just search Beachbody Coach Inviting, and there are going to be so many different things and so many different ideas and so many other little platforms and tools and things that you can do to maybe just figure out your best way of doing this. But I'm going to tell you this, the best way you're going to get better at this is to do more of it. Okay? That's the best way that you're going to get better at it. It's how you're going to feel comfortable talking about this. And if you ever feel stuck, that's what we're here for. Okay, so maybe you have an idea of what you want to send to people for your first hello message. Maybe you have an idea of what you want to send somebody for an invite. Post it in this training group. We can help you work through. We can help you simplify it if needed or add more detail where needed. That's what this is for. It's for us to help each other and grow together. So use this. And your call to action today, you ready for it, is going to be to send invites for 5 people to get to learn more about the coaching opportunity and for 5 people to join your next challenge group. Okay, that's your call to action today. And I really hope that you feel excited and uplifted to talk to people every day in a way that's going to feel authentic and not feel salesy, because that's not what we're doing. We're building relationships. We're getting to know people truly because we want to, because we know that our lives will be better getting to know these people, and their lives could be better from what could come of it. Okay? So get chatting, get talking. Don't be shy. People are going to be excited to hear from you. And it's always, just the worst they can say is no. And that's okay. And then you don't take it personal, because it has nothing to do with you. They're just not ready. But all those people who aren't ready, keep them on a list too. Because a lot of the people who aren't ready, they're just not ready right now. But that doesn't mean that they won't be down the road. Okay, guys, I can't wait to hear how all this goes for you. And I'm so excited for you to just really get chatting and talking to people and sharing this, because they need you. Okay, see ya.